I'm getting messages like crazy. There's a momentum that's happening that's like insane. The momentum is insane, and I'm getting the message that everything is happening so fast. And I've gotten downloads, I call them downloads, from God, where he just gives me this information that it's really heavy. It's not in a bad way, but it's like in a momentous way, in a massive way. That's why I heard the word massive yesterday. When I hear these things, I don't, at the time, like, I don't understand the severity of it, or the heaviness of it, or the impact, the weight of the impact. So it's kind of like when you're writing a book, or like you're writing a story, and you're saying, like, you're speaking and you're saying, like, the bomb dropped, and you're just saying it, but you're not feeling the impact of the bomb being dropped. You're saying it without the feeling and the emotion of a bomb being dropped. And that's kind of, I'm detached from it because I'm not in that moment yet. And that's what I'm hearing is yet. So it all sounds like a fantasy. It sounds like it's not reality yet. Because I'm foreseeing the future before it happens. God is giving me little bits of information, but these bits of information are massive chunks to the puzzle, massive pieces. This just went into my vision. It's like a puzzle of the earth. So you're getting like a continent as a puzzle piece. So the impact of that continent on the world is massive. It's not just a puzzle piece. This is like on a grander scale puzzle piece. And the information, it just weighs so heavy on me, because I'm getting the information and I'm like, really? Like, really, God? Like, what? What? Like, and sometimes, like, when I'm talking to you guys, I get those puzzle pieces. And I have to, like, refrain myself from emotion because I feel the impact, not the degree of the actual impact, but a portion of the degree of the impact. So yesterday when I sent the message out, it was 2 hours long last night. And it's almost like I feel like that was the actual start to this new momentum, this new force within me that God is putting in me. I felt it, but I can slow it down if I need to, because I'm human. I can take that time to rest or process the information if necessary. I have free will. But if I can do what God is asking me to do, I will do it. So that's why, even though, like, I didn't get ready for this message, I didn't shower and put makeup on and dress or like do whatever that I normally do to start my day. It's just like last night when I was saying that it's not about vanity. God is not concerned with my vanity. He's not concerned with me. He wants Everything is done in design, timing, and designed by, and it doesn't necessarily have to be God. It's the universe. So God can be used interchangeably with the terms universe or higher self or spirit or divine. There's different terminologies that you can use, and there could be multiple gods. I was trying to ask God about that because I had said that last night, and it kind of like, I kind of questioned what I said. Like, what am I saying right now? Is this true? Are there multiple gods? Because in the past, historically, we as a people used to think that there was multiple gods. And over time, with Christianity and, I don't know, Buddhism, I'm just saying these things. I don't even know. Hinduism, I have no idea. I'm just saying these things. Judaism. Are we done? I'm thinking Taoism. I don't even know what I'm talking about. God is speaking through me. Am I done? Okay. So I'm a messenger. It's not about me. It's not about my ego. This isn't for attention. God wants you to feel and know in your hearts that this is real. And so he's going to do it according to his perfect plan. No human can create something like of God. So God is reassuring me that I had visions, okay? I had visions of Kanye West acting like he could just take over my place, or the Kardashians because they think they're royalty, or the Kanye thinking that he's royalty and he's just gonna copy off of me. That there's gonna be copycatters out there that are going to try to overtake me and my reign. And God is saying that he's not going to allow that to happen, because God hired me. Who's going to fire me? And that's a quote from somebody that I'll talk on that another day, and they know who that is if they're watching this, which I'm pretty sure they are, because I've gotten visions of last night after the talk, the 2-hour talk. That is literally it. I'm getting these things in my head. Precipice. This word precipice, I'm going to have to look that up too. But I'm being told that was the precipice to the movement. That was the start. That was the beginning. That was the spark. My God, I saw that today on my neighbor's shirt. And he's going to know who he is. This is literally like what I've been talking about. And all these puzzle pieces are coming together in God's plan, in divine timing. And I'm a messenger, okay? So I'm finding this out as God is talking to me. And you know, sometimes it's on camera and sometimes it's off. A lot of times it's off. So I've been writing notes because I wasn't always ready to film. I wasn't always ready to show myself on camera and say these things. I wasn't sure of even what was happening. So I have a lot that's like logged into my memory from current like not that long ago, in current times this year. And then I also have my past that coordinates with everything to deliver my messages. So I'm trying to explain to everybody what it's like to be me. I think that's an important aspect of all of this. Because of my background, I have a background in business, marketing, design. I've built things. I've designed things and they've come to fruition. I finish what I start. Most of the time, I practice what I preach. I'm not perfect. So God is saying to have mercy on me, that I am human and I am not perfect. So I'm delivering God's message. That is not in any way or form a right to judge who I am as an individual human, because I'm just like everybody else. I just have a different mission on this planet, and it's God's purpose. Kanye has his own purpose. I'm developing leaders, or even gathering. This is a big message. We are already doing this as individuals. We are brilliant people with brilliant thoughts. I don't want to go into what I've gotten some information this morning that is massive. I don't want to go into that right now. It's not the right time. God's telling me it's not the right time. That I need to hold stuff within until the right time. And I have patience. I have clarity on my duties, my job. It's part of who I am. My integrity, my morals, my beliefs are intact. And that's why I've been chosen. I was told, Kanye needs to know he was not chosen to do this role. Your ego is not going to have you get what you want for your own personal gain. That is your ego talking. That is not God talking to you. God has chosen you. And you're at a level that I haven't even achieved. But God, I don't even want to say what God just told me, because I'm not going to do that yet. And I'm thinking, like, should I? Like, is God telling me to say that right now? It sounds so egotistical, which that's like literally my point, is not to have an ego. but God is telling me to. This is part of God's plan. I don't even know if I can tell you guys what's happening. I feel like God is telling me to tell you, but I don't know if now is the right time. It's so big. Okay. God is telling me that according to God, I'm at a higher level than them. In God's eyes, in His plan. No offense. It's not about my ego. If you look at my track record in life, this is so funny, you guys. God is telling me such funny things that is just like, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I don't care. I literally don't care. Okay, I've been posting pictures on Instagram according to what God made me do it. This is so funny. I think it's been a year or so. Wasn't that long ago that I started an Instagram. It was years ago, but I didn't really post very much. And then there was a period of time during my transitioning, because I'm like transitioning into like a butterfly. That's what God is telling me. Like He's been molding me. And I've been a butterfly in my life. I haven't been in a cocoon my whole life. But God did put me in a kind of a cocoon for a while. 'Cause He's building me and molding me and testing me and making sure that I'm ready and that I'm right for this job. And now is the time where I'm ready. And there's like no stopping it. But this is part of how God is going to prove to everybody that God is real. It's by taking me, His little... This is so weird for me to say, you guys. This is part of it. He's telling me to say it right now. Taking His Cinderella and bringing her to the ball. Does that sound corny or what? So I'm a humble person. I'm a confident person, and I know my worth. I know my value. I'm very confident in that. But I'm not arrogant or egotistical or think I'm better or jealous or competitive, or I have that spirit, the competitive spirit, to better myself, to be the best that I can be, to be the best for others, to be an example, to be a leader. So that is what I represent. And I don't need to do that by force, control, jealousy, competition. I don't need any of that. I have myself, a calmness, a peace of mind, love for myself. And that's a bigger force than any kind of, that's God's way. That's love. That's unconditional self-love. You don't need to have any validation. You don't need to have any approval other than God's approval and your own, and that's your own self-approval. When you have peace within yourself, nobody can tear you down. Nobody can. Yes, of course you're human and you have emotions and you can have breakdowns and you can have moments where you need silence, you need space, you need self-reflection, you need to wrap your head around what's happening and adjust to change, to abrupt changes or tragedies or whatever it is. You need to have your emotions and feel, because you're human. You're not a robot. We got to get rid of this mentality like we're all robots following. It's part of what this is. But what I want to get back to what God had told me to tell you guys. It's embarrassing in a way. But my Instagram, I was posting pictures because God wanted me to. And at the time, I didn't even know it was God wanting me to. It was just like, it was like myself, which is God. So it's your intuition. It's telling you what you should do, even when it's outside of your comfort zone. And it's like facing your fears. So I was posting these pictures. So I must have like 50 pictures on there. And there's been this span of time, I think it's been over the past, well, it could be 2 years. I've been going through this enlightenment phase for the past 3 years. It'll be 3 years in May 1st or around there. And so during that time, there was a period of time where I was posting these pictures of myself and I was writing like sayings, like inspirational sayings. I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't know that all this was going to transpire, all this was going to unfold the way it is. I had no clue. I have no clue about any of this. This is God's work. So the embarrassing, funny thing that God was telling me to tell you guys is the pictures that I post, or he wanted me to say this, the last picture that I posted got like 5 likes. Just from that alone should let you guys know that I am not a person that's looking for attention and fame. I am not the type of person that would post on social media like Facebook or I don't do TikTok. I've never done TikTok. I've never done. I'm starting this YouTube channel now. I haven't even posted anything at this current time. This is pre-recorded and going to be sent out according to God's plan. When I get the messages from God is when I do things, because it's divine timing. There's patience. I just got a quote from God. Love is patient, love is kind. God is love. So we've got it wrong out there, and I'm the messenger to deliver how life works. So those that follow me are going to be leaders, because they're hearing a prophecy. They're hearing God's plan. When they listen and they're devoted to this channel, to this movement, they're honoring God, and they're going to be blessed, because when they take to heart these messages and apply them, the key is applying them, not just listening, but applying these messages. They will be rewarded by God, because that's His plan. So this is elevating humanity. This is not elevating me as an individual. This is for all of us to rise up, to elevate humanity. This is the time to elevate. That was a message that I got this morning. This is a time to elevate. This is a time to let ego step aside and let God work through you, through your intuition. You will be happier than you would ever be with your ego, because it's not you. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about God and what He has planned for us. Nobody is better than anybody else, and that's the mindset that we need to have. That we're all in this together. High School Musical, sorry, that was lame. No, I love that show. Things are not lame, okay? I just got, when I said that, I was getting a collective society message. Because I get like a collective impression of what the world thinks of what I'm saying. Society. It could just be America, because other countries probably don't even know what High School Musical is. But nothing is lame, people. Nothing is lame. We need to stop that mentality. We don't need to have an ego where we have to cover ourselves up and show ourselves because we think that's what others want us to be like. That we can't be our original selves because of judgment and fear. We can't be living in fear. Was it Theodore Roosevelt that said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? We need to learn from all the great people of this planet. We need to honor our ancestors and those that paved the way for us. I don't know if we do that enough. We need to take a bigger look. We need to look outside the box of our constraints of society. And there's leaders out there doing this. They're brilliant according to society. They're people that most of the population doesn't think that they can do what these other people can do. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, they don't think that they are on the same level. But God is saying that we all have our place and we are all great. It's institutions that are holding us all back. You can't just take this message and try to copy what I'm doing. Because God is running this ship. It's not going to be taken over by anybody else. You can't just think because you have more money or higher status than me that you can overtake me and my position. God won't allow it. And I don't have to do anything. I don't have to control anything or compete or do anything. All I have to do is be me every day. And God is downloading his messages to me. So you're competing with God. If you try to compete against me, that's competing against God. And God is not going to take favor to that. God knows your spirit. God knows your thoughts. And I know this for a fact. And I'll let you guys know how that works at a later time. But he's sending Cinderella to the ball to do it her own way, to do it in a unique way. That where she thinks of everybody. She's a kind-hearted, pure heart, soul that cares about everybody, who doesn't let ego get in the way. She's humble. She's kind. She's generous. She's loving. She's nurturing. She's what the people need right now. Thank you, God. See, he says these things to me that just... it's quite... I guess, do you say quite humbling? Yeah, it's like I feel kind of like weird, like I'm humbled, even though it's like I'm receiving such glorious honor and gifts from God. You would think that it would do the opposite. You would think that it would create this egotistical, like, big-headed leader. But it makes me feel like the opposite. It makes me feel like so humbled because I'm in the presence of such greatness. Like I'm so small compared to God. Like in relation to God, like I'm nothing. I'm just this peasant, this messenger. I'm a servant. I'm a Cinderella that does the laundry, does the chores, does the cleaning. But God is literally, I'm seeing God picking me up off of the ground and saying, stop scrubbing the floors now. That was your old job. You're transitioning into the princess, the one that everyone's going to love and see differently now. That you are in high favor. You are chosen. You're royalty. And I chose you. Your prince is coming. He's on his way. You did the right thing by leaving the ball before midnight. We need to take pause sometimes. We need to talk with emotion and pause. This doesn't have to be a rush world. It's so important to take time and reflect and pause. When things get heavy, overwhelming, take time to yourself and process information, and that's how we heal. We don't just keep going and build up garbage in our brain. That's how we have control issues. And we try to control everything, and competitiveness and jealousy and hurting people. It's because we have emotional baggage, because we're not working through it. I'm stronger because I've worked through my problems. I've expressed my emotions. I've dealt with my emotions. I've processed pain. I'm not afraid of pain. See, there's like this opposite thing that's happening where we feel like as a society we've been taught that emotions make you weak, but they actually make you stronger. Because it's like a snowball, like you're building up your tough skin. Like the orange and the orange rind is getting thicker and thicker and thicker. It's growing new, it's like expanding the orange rind to protect the orange. So in order to harm the orange, you're going to have to dig deeper, and it's going to be harder to peel to get to the orange because you're developing strength. If you don't sit within yourself and think and meditate and process your emotions and be aware of your problems and deal with them and accept them and realize, okay, I'm good. Like, I'll be okay. No matter what. You have to get to that point before you can move forward, because you don't want to bring your pain to other people. So I've been doing this my whole life. I've been alone a lot, literally my entire life. Even though when there's people around you, you know you're alone. You don't have people that really have your back or that are really there for you in the way that you need them to emotionally. So you can go when I could have gone two different ways. I could have gone to the bad or to the good, and I went to the good. I guess there's a lot of different ways you can go, but the way my mind brought me, the way God wanted me to be, was always looking at the good and learning lessons from everything that I went through. To ask those questions of why, like, why did this happen? What can I do to fix this or make it not happen again or learn from this? To go inside of yourself and question what just happened, why, how can I fix it, how can I be better from this? Do I have to let it go, or do I have to hold on, or whatever the situation is? And I'm not perfect, but God wanted me to learn lessons along the way so I could help others, so I can know. That's what we're all here to do, is we're gonna go through hard times. Nothing is going to change drastically. Well, I'm hearing, like, not in the sense of like our reality. It's gonna take time. Oh shoot, I need to go. All right, I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.